Hello viewers, and thank you for joining us on another episode of Crime and Road Safety Watch. My name is Onisisa Sibanda. As we are in the election season, the Zimbabwe Public Police will effectively discharge its constitutional mandate to enhance a free, fair, credible and peaceful election. Any form of violence or breach of the Electoral Act will not be tolerated before, during and after the forthcoming plebiscite. The Commissioner General of Police said this while addressing senior officers in Mashonaland West Province at the Superintendent's Chief Superintendent Public Order Management course, which took place in the province and all other provinces countrywide.
For the harmonized elections to go smoothly and be declared fair, free and credible at the end of the election, it is the duty of us as Zimbabwe Public Police to make sure that peace and tranquility prevail during the election period. Since independence, the country has successfully conducted elections whenever they are due. In this regard, the Zimbabwe Public Police has a constitutional obligation of maintaining law and order in the country, including during the election period. Mindful of the constitutional mandate reposed on the Zimbabwe Republic Police, it is important for the organization to continuously conduct capacity building programs to enhance the effectiveness and efficiency of the rank and file, particularly in the preservation of peace and security in the country. There is no doubt that the election period is upon us, and as police officers, we are expected to distinguish ourselves in the maintenance of law and order in the country. As has become the norm, it is vital for us as the Zimbabwe Public Police to ensure that all police officers and members are equipped with the requisite knowledge and skills for the efficient and professional policing of the forthcoming plebiscite. I am particularly pleased that you are the 8th group this year to undergo this public order refresher course, which is meant to bridge performance gaps in the areas of command, coordination and control when dealing with public order situations. In this regard, it is incumbent upon all participants to take advantage and sharpen their acumen by accumulating knowledge from what will be shared during this workshop. I am thus optimistic that you will take advantage of this course to share notes and integrate your skills and knowledge for sustained improvement of the Zimbabwe Public Police. The emphasis on public order training is deliberate as it continues to be one of our focus areas, especially during the election season which is upon us. As police, we are duty-bound not only to ensure that peace and tranquility prevail in the country, but to also monitor activities of misguided elements in our society bent on fomenting violence. For the avoidance of doubt, let me reiterate our stance as law enforcement agents that we will brook no nonsense, and to that end, anyone who will dare engage in any act that frowns in the face of the laws of the country, especially apparently calculated to discredit the impending elections, will be dealt with decisively. Having said that, I still remain confident that you shall all measure up to the onerous task that lies ahead. I exhort you all to remain vigilant and committed to successfully policing our great nation.
One of the course participants in the Mashonaland East Province course had this to say.
I really appreciate the course that we underwent. As a regulating authority, I've been equipped by the knowledge and skills to handle public order situations. We learned a lot Some of the subjects that we covered includes public order, planning and evaluation, operations management, briefing and debriefing. We also learned about the use of force and firearms. We are now enlightened. We know how to approach situations.
Still on harmonized elections, let us hear more from the ZRP National Spokesperson, Assistant Commissioner Paul Nyati.
As the nation prepares for the forthcoming general election set for the 23rd of August 2023, as proclaimed by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Dr. President E.D. Mnangagwa, the Zimbabwe Republic Police takes this opportunity to urge members of the public to ensure that peace prevails before, during, and after the elections. In this regard, we want to urge all political parties to adhere to the provisions of the Maintenance of Order and Peace Act, MOPA, Chapter 11.23, by notifying police regulating authorities, who are in this case Officer Commanding Police Districts, on all rallies and public gathering activities. This will ensure that law and order is maintained, and also for the public to shun away from any form of violence, any form of threats or intimidation. And in this regard, the police will ensure that the law takes its course without fear or favor. We are maintaining registers at police districts on all notifications by political parties on their rallies or public gathering events. So we appeal to the conveners to ensure that all the activities which they are undertaking are according to the law, and if there are concerns, if there are issues which are arising from their notifications, the law allows them to engage the regulating authorities so that the consultative process which is outlined under MOPA is undertaken. We also want to warn people who are also circulating false messages that the law will take its course without fear or favor if they are identified. And we are monitoring what is happening in terms of the movement of the public, in terms of the movement of the political parties as they conduct their rallies. We are also concerned with some of these door-to-door campaigns where you find that people end up clashing because somebody will claim that you have visited my home, but I don't want to listen to what you are saying, or I belong to this other political party. We are also warning political parties against engaging in night rallies, where you find that some of these night rallies, they are not guaranteed in terms of security, the safety of the public, and at the end of the day, you have people claiming that they've been attacked. So all in all, the political parties and their leaders should lead by example.
With that story, we take a short break. Join us in the second segment. Welcome to the second segment of Crime and Road Safety Watch. Police is concerned with a high rise of murder and armed robbery cases nationwide. Assistant Commissioner Paul Nyati also spoke about this.
We are concerned with the armed robbery cases which are recorded in the country, particularly when the public are boarding some motor vehicles, where you find that we now have pirate taxis. We now have the so-called mshika-shika taking advantage. And in the process, the passengers are attacked, they lose their valuables which include cell phones, money, and other items. So we want to encourage and appeal to the public not to board the pirate taxis, not to board the so-called mshika-shika, and be safety conscious as they move from one point to another. At the same time, we advise the public to board public sales vehicles which are licensed, public sales vehicles which are authorized to carry passengers from one point to another. And these can be traced where we have, issues arising or events happening, and the police are able to conduct investigations. We have also pirate taxis where we have had drivers being attacked by people who pretend to be passengers. That's why we are saying all the drivers should ensure that whatever they are doing is lawful in terms of the country's laws. We also have murder cases which we have noted throughout the country, where you find that some of these murder cases, they arise because people be having disputes, a couple be having disputes, or people be drinking beer, or a parent is trying to discipline a child, and in the process they use force, where at the end of the day the child sustains serious injuries leading to death. So the Zimbabwe Public Police is conducting awareness campaigns, but we also want the public to assist by restraining themselves, by ensuring that the sanctity of human life is respected. As the police, will continue to engage the traditional leaders, will continue to engage the church, will continue to engage other community leaders to ensure that whatever people are doing, whatever activity people are undertaking, it is undertaken with the respect for the life of others.
Moving on, police in Chiredzi arrested one accused person and recovered 38 head of cattle. Let us hear more from Masvingo Provincial Spokesperson, Inspector Kudakwashe Dewa.
We want to thank the Chilonga community for giving in positive information to the police, which have assisted in the identification and recovery of the stolen stock. We also want to thank those farmers who have branded their cattle, making it easy to identify them and to trace them upon recovery. We, at the same time, want to encourage other members to emulate the good gesture exhibited by the Chilonga community to pass positive information in relation to crime so that the police would take action. At the same time, we are also in the process of recovering cattle in Menezi district. So far, we have recovered 17, which went missing as early as March 2023. So we continue to cherish the good working relationship with the members of the public across the province.
Meanwhile, police in Fig Tree in Matabeleland South Province arrested 2 suspected cattle rustlers. Tamsanga Ncube, aged 35, and Dumiso Ncube, aged 25, are suspected to have stolen the cattle from Zareba Farm in Fig Tree. Upon the arrest, police managed to recover the carcasses of the stolen cattle and seized the vehicle which was used in the commission of this crime. Moving on to this week's traffic safety segment, let us hear more from the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe.
As the hit and run accidents continue to increase countrywide, despite warnings that motorists must stop and assist the victims, the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe continues to urge the motoring public to desist from causing a road crash and running away from it. In traffic law, a hit and run is a criminal act of causing a road crash and not stopping afterwards. In most cases, the act attracts jail time, and the jail time for running away is far higher than any penalty for causing the accident. The law stipulates that a person who is the driver of a vehicle on or near a road at the time when the vehicle is involved or contributes to an accident in which injury or damage, as the case may be, is caused to any person, animal, or property, or any person or animal is killed, shall immediately stop the vehicle, and if a person is involved in such accident, ascertain whether the person has been injured or killed, and if a person referred to in subparagraph 2 has been injured, render such assistance to such person. Any person who fails to carry out one or more of the duties referred to shall be guilty of an offense.
In most cases, school children fall victim to hit and run accidents. With the closing up of schools, there will be high volumes of traffic with children moving to and from schools. As is our norm, we'd like to urge school children to exercise caution when using the roads as pedestrians, cyclists, or as passengers. When using the roads as pedestrians, we encourage school children to walk facing oncoming traffic and on the right side of the road. We also encourage them to cross at designated places such as pedestrian crossings and intersections. We understand that during this period, parents would also take part in transporting their children. As such, we encourage all parents to adhere to traffic laws and ensure that their vehicles are roadworthy. For public transporters, we implore you to always be cautious on the road. Safety on the roads is a collective responsibility. Safety first, there is no second chance.
We'll take a short break. Join us in the third and final segment of Crime and Road Safety Watch. We're in the third and final segment of Crime and Road Safety Watch. For the country to achieve a crime-free society, the police and the community should work hand in hand. Police-public partnerships have paid off for S23E02 in Bulawayo as the Crime Liaison Committee refurbished the station's vehicle.
We are gathered here for an official handover of a S23E02 vehicle, a Toyota Revo, which was involved in an accident. But because of the chip-in of our wonderful Back Force Committee, they mobilized the resources for the repairing of this motor vehicle in conjunction with our transport officer Southern and Bulawayo Province to make it happen. We are very happy now that the motor vehicle is back on the road and we are approaching the festive season whereby our crime rates normally they go high. But because of our mobility, we'll be managing the district, even the station at large, so that at least our crime rates will be controlled. At the same time, we also want to appreciate the community for having chipped in during these trying times when the station was not mobile.
Project yedu yatakatanga yeku repair motor yedu ye station ya Budirira takashanda zvakanyanya pakumobilize funds kubva business communities. Takakwanisa kuraisa mari inosvika iyo $4,000. Zvazvisiri nyore asi nokubatana takakwanisa kumaneja tikabudirira. Saka ndoda kutenda futi zvene vatinoshanda navo pano mapurisa edu CRLO wedu takashanda naye zvakanaka.
Moving on, the Christian Community Police Network Harare North hosted a prayer and crime awareness campaign at Kambuzuma Shopping Center.
We want to make it a point. We want to declare kuti achapara mhosva munzvimbo ino achasungwa. Toda kusvika pane point zvinonzi hazviitiki. Toda kusvika pane point yokuti vanhu vanorara madhozi akavhurika zvichivomuka zvakadaro. Mungazvitarisira pasi pari zvino, but pamberi apo muchazviona. Vakomana, musakanganisa future yenyu. Taita dambudziko revakomana vari kungoti kungoita 17-18 years vakutotanga kutora vana vevanhu vachirara navo musango, vamwe vachirariwa navo kudzimba dzemashamwari. Bati chiteereresai vakomana, nyaya iripo ndeyekuti kana yangonzi rape RAPE, kana wangoenda kukoti uchisungwa nemhosva iyoyo, mutongo wako hausi pasi pemakore 9. Saka ukabona ungoconvictwa nemhosva yerepu, hauchagoni kunoshanda uhurumende kune mamwe kana mamwe mabasa. Sei ndada kutaura nyaya iyi? Ndabona kuti mabhinya acho mazhinji akavakidzana. Unonatsa ushaya kuti munhu anenge apindwa nei. Munhu wamunomuka kuchiti mangwanani everyday ndio waunobata futi chibharo. Ende vamwe vadzika kutodzika kunobata nezvana. Pane zera ringaitwa mukadzi here? Hapana. Asi ndivo vanhu ndivo vari kuenda kunobata nezvana zvakadai zvine 3 years. Ende chimwe chaipa manje ndechekuti vamwe vana baba vachibhinya mai vanenge vakatobata musikana wacho.
We now move on to people on the police wanted list. ZRP Chikato is looking for Joseph Mugabe, aged 23, of house number 6425 Muvimi Crescent, Mucheke D, Masvingo, for a case of attempted murder. Oswald Chimbwanda, aged 32, of Muvumbi Village, Chief Tarewa, Mutoko, is wanted by ZRP Mutoko for a case of murder. ZRP Mutoko is looking for Tinotenda Matematema, aged 19, of Katsukunye Village, Chief Mutoko, for a case of rape. Anyone with information that may assist in the location of any of those people should feel free to visit any nearest police establishment or contact us on the following details. Our National Complaints Desk number is 0242 703 631. Visit our website www.zrp.gov.zw or email us on feedback@zrp.gov.zw. You can also get in touch with us on our Twitter handle @PoliceZimbabwe or like us on Facebook on our Facebook page Zimbabwe Republic Police. You can also watch all Crime and Road Safety Watch episodes on our ZRP YouTube channel Zimbabwe Republic Police. It has been a pleasure having you along. From me, Onisisa Sibanda, and the crew behind the scenes. Pleasant viewing.